Okay, this will be an interesting one. Let's see what it is when we set this silly thing up. Sorry about the shaking. Going at 200 for this. This user interface is a pain. Sorry, I didn't mean to be rough. I don't like being rough with equipment, even though it's shit. It's no use. It's no use doing that. There's no point. Okay, we're going to make this into something interesting. We got here Spring 2020 North Sydney News. So it's basically a newsletter for the around North Sydney. And yeah, we're interested in this picture of a swimming pool, the one that's in Milson's Point, if I'm correct. They're going to refurbish it. That's really nice. I like swimming pools. I really do. Even though I don't go swimming hardly, if at all. I've got no time for swimming, folks. I don't have time to swim and carry on. There's just really no time for that, or desiring. I'm too busy making these demos. And the good thing is I've got a fan, so when the sun heat comes up, I'm going to put on my fan. My fan just got cleaned with compressed air because I couldn't pull the grill off the front. Real money fucking feature that is, when you can't even remove the grill for cleaning. That looks interesting. That's really bright and sunny. But basically, yeah, you can't remove the grill of this fan. So you end up buying a new fan just because it's covered in dust. So it's really a silly feature that they've put in. And it wasn't a cheap fan either. It wasn't a cheap and what you'd call cheap and nasty. It wasn't something you'd call cheap and nasty. You'd think paying the price that I did, that it would be logical to be able to pull off the grill, but the love of money does not speak any logic except how to make money and how to fuck up the environment and how to fuck up the human race while we're fucking the money. So yeah, it's really not a good thing. So I'm very fortunate that the people at my work were helpful in giving me a bit of time to have my fan cleaned. I didn't do it myself, but they've got compressed air and the guys use it in their work, and it's a very useful. Compressed air is an extremely useful tool. I had experience using it when I was working for Xerox, when I had a time working for Xerox, and yeah, it was really useful tool to clean out the insides of photocopiers that have been stripped down for refurbishing. Refurbishing is a really good environmentally friendly thing, but I don't know if Xerox do that now. That was back in the early 90s when I worked there. And I really wish the photocopier industry would embrace sustainability like they appeared to be doing in the 90s. They're not doing it now. Most machines only last 5 years, so it's not really worth buying a refurbished equipment because it's just going to run out of, you're not going to have spare parts guaranteed. So basically, yeah, the photocopier industry has made it that way. So So you've got to consider that. Like, I could have bought a refurbished photocopier instead of this one, but they said it was the same, it was roughly the same price. So logically speaking, I had to go with a new one rather than a refurbished one, which is really sad that I had to do that, but I need a working machine. I don't know how long it's going to be till I'm going to go and get my work on air, and if I have a broken equipment and I can't get it fixed, well, it's pointless, just a waste of space. So the machine might have been a refurbished machine, if I'm correct, or roughly, from what I understand. If it's about 2 years old, I'll only have 3 years worth of spare parts available. It's not good for a person that needs a working equipment. And who wants a broken photocopier? Face it, they're big machines and they take up space. You want the fucker to work. And the photocopier industry, the manufacturers, are just caring about the fucking money. So they just railroad you into buying a new equipment, because if you don't have a working equipment. That is not fucking fair. And Konica Minolta can just go fuck themselves. Shoei Yamada, the CEO, ought to be ashamed. I'm not rich. I don't have truckloads of money to splash around. I'm not rich. I'm trying to make a difference on using my meagre budget. The world has just become so unfair when it comes to money fucking. Everything's about money nowadays. You just can't run away from it. You can't escape it. I just wish the world would change for the better. I wish everyone could have a fair go. Not just the rich, not just the elite. I had to get a new mobile phone too this year. So I'm not happy with how things are, folks. I'm trying to revolt against it, folks. It's not easy. And they probably laugh at me thinking that I'm nothing. I can't do anything. Ha ha ha. Funny, funny. Dickheads. But I'm going to prove them wrong. I will, folks. And this looks really nice, this pool-inspired design. Just line those pieces up. I just nudged that one. Anyway, that looks really quite cool and refreshing. I think now we can call this demo quits.